Our story begins with a kid named Miles Morales, a smart, creative teenager with a mind full of colors and music. Miles loves spray painting, so there he is, headphones on, music loud, colors flowing, painting vibrant graffiti on city walls. But the weekend is ending, and reality is calling. Miles has to return to his new boarding school, a place where he feels like he doesn't belong. He's a massive Spider-Man fan, but his father? He hates vigilantes, especially Spider-Man. Miles isn't close with his dad, but with Uncle Aaron, he has a bond that feels like freedom. So whenever he gets a break, Miles visits Aaron, the one person who gets him. Aaron admires Miles's talent and takes him down into an old subway tunnel, a private, secret spot just for art. Miles sees the huge wall, smiles wide, and lets the paint speak for him. Bright colors, powerful thoughts, a masterpiece. Aaron praises him. "You're gifted, Miles. Don't forget that." But then Aaron gets a phone call and rushes away, leaving Miles to clean up. That's when it happens. A radioactive spider crawls onto Miles's hand and bites him. The effects start immediately. His cells multiply, DNA rewrites itself. The transformation begins. Miles swats the spider away and heads home confused. He falls asleep, unaware of the power awakening inside him. The next morning, he wakes up different. He's taller, he can hear everything, and at school, he accidentally gets his hand stuck in a girl's hair. Humiliating, same as Peter Parker once faced. Soon he realizes his hands stick to anything he touches. Books, ceilings, walls. He runs, scared, overwhelmed, accidentally walking straight up a building. He reads a comic and discovers the truth. Everything happening to him already happened to Spider-Man, meaning he is now Spider-Man too. But Miles can't believe it, so he goes back to the subway tunnel to find that same spider, electric currents still pulsing from its body. And suddenly, a massive fight breaks out in front of him. Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is battling Green Goblin. Miles hides, shaking, but falls into danger. Spider-Man catches him mid-air. Their powers resonate, and Peter realizes instantly, Miles is just like him. He looks into Miles's eyes and says, "I thought I was the only Spider-Man. Guess I'm not." Spider-Man swings back into the collider, determined to stop it, but Prowler attacks. Then Green Goblin grabs Peter, dragging him into the heart of the collider. Kingpin stands above them, watching like a god. He activates the Super Collider, a dimensional machine powerful enough to tear universes apart. The blast is massive. Spider-Man is thrown, broken, bleeding. Miles crawls to him, terrified. Peter hands him the drive, voice fading. "You have to finish what I started." Miles nods, scared but brave, and tries to escape. But Kingpin sees Spider-Man breathing, so he finishes him. Just like that, Spider-Man is gone. Miles freezes, tears, trembling breath, and then Prowler spots him, and the chase begins. Miles somehow escapes Prowler and reaches home, shaken, terrified, heart racing. His parents see him at the door late at night and ask, "Miles, what are you doing here?" With fear still in his voice, he only says, "Can I just stay here tonight?" No one asks further. They feel something is wrong. Next morning, every news channel, every billboard carries the same headline: Spider-Man is gone. The city mourns. Hope feels broken. Miles buys a cheap Spider-Man costume from a shop, just to feel like he belongs to something bigger. He attends a memorial event where Peter Parker's wife speaks, sharing his story, his sacrifice. Everyone in the crowd wears Spider-Man suits, because New York believes anyone can wear the mask. Miles stands there, quiet, thinking, if Spider-Man is gone, maybe I have to take his place. He tries swinging from buildings just like Peter, but fear hits him. He slips, and he falls. The drive Spider-Man gave him shatters, the only key to destroying the collider. Gone. Heartbroken, Miles visits Peter's grave, wanting to say sorry, wanting forgiveness. But suddenly, someone grabs his shoulder. Startled, Miles panics and accidentally knocks the stranger out. He looks down and sees something shocking, a Spider-Man suit, but not their Spider-Man. This one is older, heavier, tired. This is Peter B. Parker, from another universe. When the collider exploded last night, it didn't just kill Peter, it opened portals, bringing different spider people into Miles's dimension. Peter B. is stunned to be here. He's in his 40s, worn down by life, a Spider-Man who eats too much pizza and sleeps too much. Miles drags his unconscious body, trying to escape, and both of them end up flying through the city, attached to webs, bouncing off cars, trains, traffic lights, comedy mixed together. They finally crash in a snowy New York street, where Peter wakes up, confused and cranky. Miles explains the situation: the collider, Kingpin, the broken drive. Peter realizes there can be more than one Spider-Man. If they fix the drive, they can destroy the collider and send Peter home. So they make a deal, break into Kingpin's office, and copy Spider-Man's original data. Miles and Peter reach the facility, but Miles still can't control his powers, so Peter sends him to wait outside. But Miles refuses to lose another Spider-Man. He sneaks in behind him. Inside, we meet a new character, Dr. Olivia Octavius, Doc Ock, a genius and Kingpin's secret secret ally. Peter and Miles learn something else too. The radioactive spider that bit Miles came from another dimension, giving him powers even Peter doesn't have. Miles can camouflage, he can turn invisible, and he does, barely, when Olivia arrives. Peter fights Doc Ock while Miles tries to download the drive, but he panics, presses the wrong keys, and ends up grabbing the entire computer and running with it. Inside Kingpin's lab, Olivia studies the unconscious Peter B. Parker. She knows the Spider-Man of this world is dead, so who is this? She scans him, puzzled, and then realizes the horrifying truth. Because the collider dragged him from another universe, his cells are decaying. If Peter stays in this dimension too long, he will die. And then, she shows her true form. Dr. Olivia Octavius, Doc Ock. Tentacles explode from her back as she attacks Peter with vicious force. Miles grabs the CPU and tries to escape. Invisible, nervous, shaking, but determined. They almost make it to the forest when Ock catches up, and that's when she arrives. A third spider person, Gwen Stacy, a girl from Miles's class, but from another universe, where she is the spider hero. She swings in with grace like lightning, saving them both instantly. Together, Miles, Gwen, and Peter escape to Aunt May's house. She opens the door and stares deeply at Peter B. Parker. She knows this isn't her Peter, but she still welcomes them inside. She leads them to a hidden basement, Peter's secret spider cave, and there, waiting in the shadows, are 3 more spider beings from different worlds. Spider-Man Noir, a black and white detective, Penny Parker, cyberpunk anime style, with her robot, Spider-Ham, a literal cartoon pig with spider powers, 5 spider heroes from 5 universes, all trapped here because of the collider. Peter explains the plan. To shut down the collider, one of them has to stay behind to press the kill switch. But staying behind means dying. Miles steps forward, quietly brave. Let me do it. If anyone should risk their life, it should be me. But the others refuse. Miles can't control his powers. He's inexperienced, emotional. They think he'll just get himself killed. Those words cut deep. Miles walks away, crushed, rejected, alone. He can't even talk to his parents. He's been gone for too long, and they think he's avoiding them. So with nowhere else to go, he goes to the one person he always trusted, Uncle Aaron. But inside Aaron's apartment, he hears footsteps, heavy, metallic. Miles hides. The Prowler walks inside, masked, terrifying, and then he removes the mask. Miles freezes. It's Aaron. His uncle is Prowler. Miles' heart shatters. His hero, his safe place, is the villain working for Kingpin. Miles tries to slip away, but Aaron spots him. He doesn't know it's Miles. He only sees a spider suit. The chase explodes through the city. Miles barely escapes and rushes back to Aunt May's. The other spider heroes wait inside. He speaks through tears. The Prowler is my uncle. Before they can even react, the door blows open. Kingpin's entire army storms the house. Scorpion, Prowler. Chaos erupts. Fists, webs, destruction everywhere. Prowler corners Miles, pins him down, ready to crush his chest, ready to kill. Miles gasps for air, and then trembling, he removes his mask. Aaron freezes. It's not Spider-Man he's holding. It's Miles, his nephew, the boy he loves. Kingpin watches everything from a distance. He orders Aaron to finish the job, kill Spider-Man. But Aaron hesitates, because under the mask, it's not Spider-Man. It's Miles, his nephew. Aaron drops his hand. He can't hurt Miles. Kingpin doesn't tolerate weakness. Bang, a single shot. Aaron falls, chest bleeding, breath fading. Miles screams, catching him before he collapses. Kingpin turns to kill Miles too, but Peter B. Parker swings in, saving him at the last moment. Miles escapes with Aaron in his arms, but it's too late. Aaron looks at him one last time, proud, heartbroken. You're the best of us, Miles. And then his eyes close forever. Just then, a police car arrives. Miles' father steps out. He sees Aaron on the ground. He sees a masked Spider-Man holding the body. He doesn't know it's his own son. He points a gun, voice shaking, hands where I can see them, but Miles vanishes, invisible, and escapes into the night. His father kneels beside Aaron, broken, devastated. From his point of view, Spider-Man murdered his brother. Miles returns home, shattered. The other spider heroes are already there, waiting. They tell him gently, he's not ready. He can't come with them. Peter will stay behind, destroy the collider, and die if necessary. They tie Miles so he can't follow, take the drive and leave. Miles sits alone until his father arrives outside the door, voice trembling. He speaks through the wall. Whatever you're going through, don't shut me out, son. I can't lose you too. Those words break Miles open. He focuses, breath steady, heart clear, and suddenly electricity sparks through his hands. Venom blast. The ropes burst apart. Miles is free. He rushes to Aunt May's, opens the suit vault, and chooses his mask, his identity. He sprays black over it, adds his own symbol, his own style. This isn't Peter's Spider-Man anymore. This is Miles Morales. He leaps into the night, confident, controlled, unstoppable. Meanwhile, the other spider heroes infiltrate Kingpin's building. A massive memorial party is underway in Peter Parker's honor. Every waiter dressed as Spider-Man, perfect disguise. They slip inside and reach the Collider room, but Olivia Octavius returns, furious and dangerous. And then, with a burst of lightning, Miles arrives. He swings with precision. He fights with power. He controls every ability like he was born for this. The Spider team smiles, proud. The battle explodes across the Collider platform. Scorpion, Tombstone, Doc Ock, all clashing against a multiverse of spider heroes. Miles manages to insert the USB drive. The portal begins to open. It's time for everyone to go home. One by one, they step into their universes. Spider-Noir, Peony Parker, Spider-Ham. They disappear with a final nod, trusting Miles to finish the fight. One by one, the spider heroes return to their universes. Gwen gives Miles a small smile, a soft "see you later," and swings into her dimension. Only Peter B. Parker remains. Miles insists he go. "If you stay here, you'll die." But Peter refuses. Kingpin arrives, raging with grief and fury. Peter steps forward, ready to sacrifice himself, ready to be the one who stays behind. Miles looks at him, sees pain, love, brotherhood, and then he does the bravest thing in his life. He pushes Peter into his portal and sends him home, because only one Spider-Man belongs here, Miles Morales. Now it's just him versus Kingpin. The Collider pulses with multiverse energy, crashing dimensions into each other. Different city versions collide in chaos, streets folding, trains glitching, worlds overlapping, and suddenly, Kingpin sees them, his wife, his son, alive, so close he can almost touch them. But when they look at him, they turn away, afraid, just like the day they died. Kingpin's rage explodes. He throws cars, metal beams, anything he can lift. Miles takes hit after hit, body bruised, breathing sharp, but he doesn't give up. He remembers what Spider-Man told him. He remembers what his uncle believed. He remembers what his father needs most, a hero. Miles charges forward, lightning cracking from his fingertips. He uses the power unique only to him, Venom Blast. A shock of bioelectric energy blasts Kingpin off the platform, slamming him down. Miles destroys the Collider. The explosion fades. The world stabilizes. It's over. Miles' dad arrives just in time to witness everything. He watches the masked hero standing tall, beaten but brave, and realizes Spider-Man is not a threat. Spider-Man saved us all. He doesn't know this is Miles, but he knows this is a hero. Later, Miles calls him, voice steady and warm. His father opens up, proud in his tone. "Wherever you are, thank you." Miles returns, masked, and hugs him. He doesn't reveal his identity. Not yet. New York now has a new protector. Not Peter Parker, Miles Morales. Across the multiverse, the others land safely home, their worlds restored, their stories continuing. Miles lies in his bed, staring at his ceiling, not afraid anymore, just ready. A new Spider-Man is here. And with that, the story ends. But the Spider-Verse has just begun. If this story touched you even a little, then stay with us for more journeys like this. Hit subscribe, like and share the video, and swing back for the next story.